Okay, I'm back. This working is quite a short working. I've done a lot of preparation on this already. So I have a little tiny doll. It's just a cheapo little doll. I thought it would be a good idea because I have a client, a very, very nice client, and she's getting a tough time in her job. There's this office woman in the office, basically, who she's not a very nice lady. She's throwing her weight around and being a bit of a pain, kind of thing. Uh, I was just, I was just playing there. I was just heating that nail to see if I could get this through to give her a headache or two. So yeah, as I was saying, if your doll is soft enough, this one's quite hard plastic. You could heat a pin or a little nail over a black flame, and you could target a few areas, even the chakras. I have a video coming up very soon for a very nice client, and we're targeting the chakras basically because well, I'll go into it when I do the video. So we're calling on the Santissima Morte to take care of this. So I have her altar lit up behind me, and it looks like an airport. Yep. So what I'm going to do is wrap the picture around this individual, and I'm going to bind it with some black thread so that she can do no harm. So I just need to be careful here because I've got the individual's photograph. So we're making sure that we're binding the photograph and we're binding it tight so that this doll, this person, cannot do any harm to anyone. So as you're binding, make sure you say that you won't harm anyone in the office. You have no say. People hate you. You hate your job so much. You dread going to work every day. Your job is a misery. Life is a misery. Everyone hates you. You're the subject of all the jokes in the office. Time to find another job. Find it elsewhere. Look elsewhere for work. Things like that, We want to push her out. It's time to go. The grace of the Santissima Morte, you will leave. You will leave. You have no other option but to leave. I call on the Santissima Morte to grant my wish for the client, and so it is done. Okay, so and Santissima Morte, when she goes, Santissima Morte will get a little offering, well, a substantial offering, should I say. So that's her bound. I could have bound a little doll, but it doesn't matter. Pardon me. I've broke off shards of glass in here. I've covered it with a lot of powders, so we've got sulfur black. What have I got? Sulfur black salt that I've made specifically for this sort of thing, because black, as you know, black salt can also be protective. But yeah, I glued the shards to the box. And anyway, I'll always get people saying, "It caught your reflection." No. I don't care. It's not for me. It's for someone else. So she's going in there like so. And we're getting some devil's dung on her to stink out her career. Bring in the fire element with some cayenne powder. Okay. A bit of alum powder, because alum powder makes people shut up. And that's why I like using that in court work. It's very good for that. Let's see. More black salt. Too much. could take it up a gear and put in some destruction powder. Why not? Wow. I'm getting excited. Okay. And sulfur again to bring that discord. Okay. Now, obviously I'm going to be using graveyard dirt and something else I'm looking for, but one moment. I could add a bit of warm water in there because we could get her fighting with the other people in the office. That would be good. And this is knotweed. Knotweed is great because it stops people from progressing in life. That's what we want. Some more chilies on top of that. Always see in your mind's eye her leaving her job, walking away from it, getting sacked even. We want really want this person to be unsettled. I'm going to put in hot foot powder when I find it. Okay. And that's the petition, and that will go in there as well. So I'll bind that box up like so. And what I'll do is I'll tie a black yarn around it, tie it tight, and I'll burn some black candles around it. I usually burn 3, 1 here and 2 to the side. Let's see, I could show you. Let me see. Like 2 here and 1 here and 2 to the side. You know what I mean? I need a plate for that, so I'll be working on a plate. That'll sit in Holy Deaths with a black statue on top of it once I've burned a few candles on it. And that will sit there. I'm not sure for how long. I think probably I'll give it the 3 weeks and then it'll go to the graveyard because we want it to be final, and I think it needs to go there. So mirror boxes can be used as protection as well. You could put, yourself, your family in a mirror box, and any magic that's thrown at you will be repelled back because of the mirrors. But this box is full of nasty stuff. It's full of, what I put in there, the graveyard dirt and all the rest. And she's forced to look at herself in the mirror and see what an ugly person she is and what ugly ways, that she has. And hopefully she will learn something from this. That's the moral of the story. You can't walk around thinking you're, the bee's knees. I had this experience too many years ago. I had a manager and she was strange, a very, very bizarre woman. Really bizarre woman when I think about it. And she was just as if people were like, I don't know, she was just so militant, if that's the right word. She was in an office I was working in. It was many, many years ago, and I was indeed practicing magic at the time. I was in my early 20s. But the thing is, I was secretly hating on her, of course. And in my mind, at my mind's eye, I was working on visualization techniques. I wasn't doing any little box workings or anything. I was doing my candle spells and stuff. The thing is, I didn't actually do any magic on her, but I was visualizing things of, like, wouldn't it be great if she was just gone and stuff? And one day she tripped. The office that I worked in, it had like 2 floors of very steep steps, and they're nasty steps as well. And she fell, so she did, and knocked her head on the bottom of she basically fell down the steps and knocked her head, and she became epileptic ever since that. Uh, yes, I think I had something to do with that, indeed. At the end of the day, Magick, sometimes you just don't even need to sit down and put things in front of you. Sometimes you can just will things to happen. I always say, I don't have faith in just candle work and stuff, but at times, I have seen it work without anything at all, and that I'm pretty certain I had something to do with that because I was really, really, really channeling a lot of negative energy and all the rest to that woman. And I won't say that she didn't deserve it, because she was a really nasty, cold-hearted bitch, and I'm not sorry. I'm not one bit sorry. In fact, I'd like to do more on her. Now with Facebook and stuff, I can pull her picture easily, even though I don't really need to. But you know, it just goes to show, these office people are, especially women. For some reason, what is it about women altogether? But anyway, I'm sure you didn't need to hear my side of the story, but it's just to say that, yeah, I had this experience before, uh, and it didn't end well. But I'm not saying that that's going to happen to her. I don't want you to think that's going to happen to her. But at the end of the day, let the spirits take care of it, and keep in touch and let me know what happens. I'd be very interested to know. So, houseofmagick@gmail.com.